Good morning, everyone. Again, today is a day of meditation, online day of meditation, with the theme of equanimity. So, what I invite you to do is, first of all, share where you're coming from right now, where you're zooming from, and also maybe if you want to share your state of mind right now, and also what you'd like, or what your intentions are for coming to the day today. And after that, I will have a little bit of a rave, a little bit of a discussion about equanimity and how many types there are, and also how we can cultivate it in the various types of equanimity that there are available or able for us to access. And then we'll have two guided meditations, I think, maybe three, I'm not sure. I think probably two. Um, the first one will be more of a kind of an open awareness uh, exercise. And then the second one will be more of a divine abode uh, exercise meditation. So I'm going to turn the recording off now, and I'll invite you to share where you're coming from. And first of all, I'll say where I'm coming from. I'm coming from Winjabul Waibal country in the Bundjalung Nation, northern New South Wales, Lismore, in other language. Uh, so, uh, and my state of mind is pretty okay, actually, pretty good. I'm, I had 2 weeks off, and been back at work a week, and it was a really cruisy week. And yeah, I'm feeling reasonably peaceful. And my intentions for today are to share what I know about Dhamma, and to share. I have kind of get together with you to have a kind of community awakening to equanimity. So that's where I'm coming from. So I'm going to stop the recordings now so there's privacy for you guys. So thanks everyone for sharing your intentions and your where you're coming from, both literally and uh, in terms of your state of mind. So today, the emphasis is on equanimity, and the way I'll invite you to practice equanimity is as in a number of ways, actually, but primarily I'll invite you to do two meditations. First of all, the first meditation at first I thought I'd do two um, Brahma Vihara meditations or divine abode meditations, one based on equanimity as a relationship, um, in its relationship way, like equanimity. There's a number of different types of equanimity. One type is as a divine abode. And there's four divine abodes: loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, and equanimity. And equanimity as a divine abode, like the other divine abodes, has kind of two ways that it can be practiced. It can be practiced as a relationship quality, like in a dualistic way. Uh, in that way, I mean, there's oneself and there's the other. And in this way, we relate to ourselves and the other in a way where we're differentiating about what is our stuff and what is their stuff. There's a sense of tuning in and engaging, yet there is a sense of understanding that my stuff is my stuff. This stuff is my stuff, and your stuff is your stuff. In other words, um, that each and every individual is the owners of their own karma. And there's I'll be talking about the five recollections a little bit later in the day. And the five recollections are, recollections on aging, um, sickness, death, and the inevitabilities of these things. It's also a recollection on how everything will be parted from us. And there's another recollection, and this is where we emphasize equanimity. This other recollection is about, well, I'll just say it to you. I am the owner of my actions, heir to my actions, born of my actions, related to my actions, supported by my actions. Whatever actions I shall do, of those actions I shall be the heir. In other words, there's so many things that arise in life that influence the way we are in life, how our lives unfold, and there are certain things that happen to us. And so many things that are completely out of our control, like where we're born and the societies we're encultured to, and our schools, the food we eat, our genes, and so on. All these things we have no choice with, but we do have a slither of opportunity here. We do have choice in how we act. We can act healthfully and wholesomely, or act unwholesomely and unhealthfully. The way we respond to events that come our lives impacts on how our lives unfold. So when I'm saying I'm the owner of my karma, or I'm the owner of my actions, karma means actions, or all beings are the owners of their actions, it means that only they can experience the results of their actions. Only they're in their kind of own life trajectories. Every individual is in their own life trajectories. And equanimity is understanding that. So with that understanding, we have, as long as it's not shifting into the near enemy of equanimity, which I'll talk about, or the far enemy of equanimity, the near or far enemies of equanimity, it is a wonderful way to find peace, because you don't feel responsible for other people's behavior. We have to be responsible for our own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and we can't change another person. People can only change from within themselves. So it's that understanding that really puts a balance in our relationships with others. We're neither, in having equanimity about relationships, is that we're neither overly attracted or averse to anybody. We're just seeing things as the way they are, and we're relating to everyone kind of equally in many respects. So, there's a kind of a dualistic way we can understand equanimity as a divine abode. Another way we can understand and practice equanimity as a divine abode is as a boundless divine abode. Boundlessness here means there's no boundaries between self and other. There's, in other words, it's a non-dual experience. So rather than me being in here and you out there, we're all part of the same mix. We're part of this. So it's kind of a mystery how to explain it, but it is a non-dual relationship that we are kind of in it all together. We're like a drop in the ocean, and what we see is that or a wave in the ocean. I've used a wave in the oceans before analogy. It's like that. We're that, and we're realizing that we're actually part of the ocean rather than an individuated wave. So this abiding in equanimity as a boundless divine abode is it's the way awakened people abide. It's the way awakened people are, and it is this clear clarity about how we construct selves, and we differentiate ourselves as me and you, and we kind of have this dualistic approach to life. That all disappears, and it's a non-dual, spacious being. So we'll see how we go with the meditation. So I was thinking about doing the divine abode meditation as the second meditation. And the first meditation I'd like to invite you to is understanding one type of equanimity. Excuse the plane going overhead. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Can you hear it? That's the magic of musician sounds off, you can't hear the plane. It was very noisy. So anyway, there's a number of types of equanimity. One type is equanimity as a divine abode. Another type is the equanimity, it's called six-factored equanimity, and it relates to the senses. It's about seeing the senses in a way where we're not craving after them, like craving after the pleasures of the senses, nor rejecting and condemning um, the unpleasant experience of the senses. It's where we're seeing these senses in a way where our minds are balanced and not engaged in craving. So it's this kind of the way I'll invite you to practice this equanimity about the senses is like an open awareness exercise, an open awareness meditation. So I'll invite you to the sense of sound, being aware of the sense of sound. I might ask you to open your eyes and we can be aware of the sense of seeing. And if you want to leave your eyes open, that's okay. I'll invite you to the sense of feeling our sensations in our body. Then I'll invite you to the awareness of just thoughts and mental objects. And I'll invite you to be in that space of awareness, which has a quality of equanimity, if that makes sense. So they're the two meditations I'll invite you to. We'll probably do, they'll probably be probably about half an hour each, I suppose. My guidance might be less, I'm not sure. And then we'll have, if there's time, we'll have a silent meditation sit before the break for morning tea. Then we'll have morning tea at probably 22 or quarter to 11 Australian Eastern Standard Time, which many of you are on collectively. You guys in Queensland were on the same time. Yeah. And then I'll provide a Dharma talk at 11 o'clock on equanimity. And, depending if we have time or not, we might do another meditation. If not, sometimes we have discussion. And then we'll have a break at 12:30 for lunch and come back. You can log off if you like. I might even log off. We'll see. If I log off, just please come back and, I'll be there when you come back again. So we'll have a break for an hour back at 1:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, where we'll have either two sits or two walks or a sit and a walk, whatever feels right for you. But there's an hour space for us to meditate. And I'll ring the bell halfway through so that you can choose to get up and do something different or, stay seated if you like. And then we'll have Dharma discussion at 2:30. And a lot of people don't hang around for Dharma discussion, but it's always really good. And those of us who hang around and stay for Dharma discussion, I think we always have a fruitful time. We have a good discussion, I think. So anyway, that's the day. So any questions about the day? Anybody want to ask anything? It all was clear. All right. I'm going to turn off this recording.